Hey traders, Akil Stokes here, and welcome to another episode of the Trading Blog. If this is your first time joining me, I am a Forex trading coach over at TradingPower.com, where our goal is to help aspiring or struggling traders get on the right track and one day become consistently profitable traders, independent, consistently profitable traders. If you happen to see my last video about the dangers of using a signal service. I apologize for not being with you guys yesterday, but my schedule has picked up. I actually had a pretty busy schedule today, 2 back-to-back meetings. However, I had a topic that was so good that I would have felt guilty if I did not record a video for you guys. Now, I just came back for a leadership meeting. We do a leadership meeting weekly or every bi-weekly called Deliberate Success, where we're working with college students on changing their mindset about what it takes to be successful and really changing their mind literally in their neural pathways and whatnot to one day become very successful individuals. Before that, however, I had a really good discussion with a client of mine. It was a client that has come through our training course, and they really hit a wall with their trading. They hit a point where I could hear it in this guy's voice. They're frustrated, losing confidence, all of the normal things that we typically see in struggling traders. However, the difference between this trader and some other traders is that this trader actually had the tools needed to be successful, but was just having problems putting them together. And one of the biggest problems I typically see with traders, I've been teaching now for 5 years, and I've worked with thousands of traders, and so I've seen almost everything between the traders I've worked with and my own personal struggles. I pretty much know every mistake that can possibly be made. And the mistake that this trader, the struggle that this trader was having, was actually a pretty common one, and it was information overload, right? Let me give me a yes underneath this video if that's ever been you. If you've ever been at the place where you feel like you have so much information in your brain that you just don't know what to do with it. It's crowded space and nothing seems to make sense. It actually seems, trading seems more complicated the more you know. And that's a typical issue. We see it a lot with newer traders that we work with that are on the internet, where you see, you watch this video, you go to this trading forum, you go to that trading forum, and you have so much information coming from everywhere that you don't really know how to put it together. And this trader was having the same issue. However, it was with the content that was being taught through our trading course. And I made a good example. Imagine yourself to get organized, right? Imagine yourself being like a chef in the kitchen, right? I don't know if you guys have ever watched the show Master Chef, where Gordon Ramsay takes these aspiring home cooks and kind of gives them the biggest platform to become, I think they get an award in a cooking book or whatnot. But in his studio, right, he has this master pantry with all of the most amazing ingredients in the world, the freshest of fruits, the most delicious of wines, the most tender meats in the world. And these traders have access, or excuse me, these chefs have access to use any and everything in this pantry. And again, we're imagining yourself being the trader as the chef, right? So you have everything at your disposal. You have meats, you have fruits, you have pasta, you have all the ingredients. However, you have no plan on putting it together, and you really can't do anything without a plan. And that was the one step that this trader was missing. He had everything he needed. He had trend continuation strategies, counter trend strategies, higher time frame, structure, advanced pattern formations, but had no clear plan on how to use it. So the first thing we started with is I told the trader, I said, hey, the first thing you need to do is you need to decide on your philosophy. What type of trader do you want to be? Do you want to be a trend continuation trader? Do you want to be a counter trend trader? Do you want to be a structure trader, advanced pattern formation trader, right? No matter what it is, it could be Bollinger Bands or moving average crosses, stochastics, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you need to decide that first and foremost, or else you're never going to go anywhere. Right? You're never going to be able to add the extra steps. So again, just like being a chef, what type of meal do you want to cook? Right? Is it pasta? Is it dessert? Is it an entree? Is it an appetizer? Once you figure that out, then you can go ahead with the rest of your planning. And what you need to do is organize your trading just as if a chef were organizing a recipe list, right? So go through that process of writing it out step by step. How do I want to trade? How do I want to put my meal together? And that step-by-step process should be so detailed. It should be so rules-based. We call it rules-based trading here at Trade Empowered, right? It should be so rules-based that you should be able to give your trading plan or your recipe list to anyone, someone that knows nothing about cooking, someone that knows nothing about trading. I'm bouncing back and forth here because I'm confusing myself, right? You should be able to give that plan or that recipe list to anyone, and they should be able to replicate exactly what you're doing. And if your trading plan, if your trading rules aren't set out like that, guess what? You don't have a real trading plan. You haven't organized yourself to the extent that is needed to be a consistently profitable trader. And that's just the beginning. So I thought that was a really cool concept. And I thought that this would be perfect for a blog video because many of you guys are at that struggling trader point where you have all this stuff, or you think you know all this stuff, but you don't really know how to put it together into something that works. And that's what we specialize in here at Trade Empowered. We specialize with taking struggling traders. We specialize with finding out what that weakness is, what is that missing ingredient, and helping them put it together into something that can become or allow them to become independently, consistently profitable. So I appreciate you guys joining me for this trading blog. As always, if you want to be take part in what we're doing here at tradeempowered.com, just head over to the website. We have everything from the most basics of trading courses, the Forex Basics course, to the flagship program, which is the Ultimate Trader Transformation course, and a lot of support programs in between. What I mean by support are programs that aren't necessarily laid out like training courses, but more so for traders that have a good idea what they're doing, they're on the right path, but they're dealing with the emotional and the psychological issues. So places where they can come in and feel part of a community, places where they can come in and work with a trader on a day-to-day basis until they reach that point where they're able to go out and do it on their own. So again, if you're interested in that, just head over to our website, www.tradeempowered.com. As always, leave me a comment below if you like this video, hit that like button, and please share this with another trader. I heard an interesting story this morning. I'll keep it quick, but there's a former ESPN host, Rich Eisen. I think he's doing, I think it was Rich Eisen. I think he's doing the Masters tournament as well. And he told this very good story about playing Little League Baseball, and someone hit a ball out into deep field. And the center fielder, right, instead of grabbing the ball, they got distracted, the center fielder and the left fielder, and they started eating berries. And you're like, well, you're supposed to be playing baseball. Why are you eating berries? And later on in life, he used that analogy to really talk about his work, where sometimes he gets so focused on his work that he forgets about the small things in life, the good things in life. He forgets to really enjoy life. And something he started doing was, every time he would go grocery shopping, he would buy a couple bouquets of flowers for his wife. And one day he was heading out the grocery store, and he's got the groceries in the bag, he's got the 2 flowers, he's getting ready to load them up into the trunk. And he sees this elderly lady walking out to a handicap spot, and he thinks to himself, you know what? It's a nice day out. She looks kind of upset, and he goes over there and says, you know what? Excuse me, ma'am. I bought these 2 flowers for my wife, but I think she'll be fine with one. And went ahead and handed the elder lady a thing of flowers, and the lady looked at him. She said, you know what? You know what today is? He's like, no, I don't know what today is. He said, this is the 1-year anniversary of my husband passing, and I haven't gotten flowers since. That was the last person that ever gave her flowers, and that just made that woman's day. And he said when that happened, he started making a conscious effort to do that every time he went shopping. He would always buy 2 bouquets. He would always give one away. And he said it's amazing to see what people are going through. He would give it to people where maybe they just lost a job, or someone that just got out of the hospital, or something like that. We like calling it pay it forward. I know we'll do it at Starbucks sometimes, where you drive through the drive-through deal, and you'll pay for the person's coffee behind you. And you never know how you affect someone's day. So I know it doesn't seem like much to hit that share button and share these videos, but you never know who you're gonna reach out to. I was fortunate enough to, someone shared an article from FX Trader magazine, a long time ago, probably about 10 years ago now. And in that magazine is where I found my trading mentor. And if I wouldn't have filled out a trader assessment, right, that trading mentor would have never have called me. I would have never realized that I was on the wrong track in my trading. Well, I'm sure I eventually would have by going broke, but I would have never gotten myself involved in an educational course that would eventually turn my trading around and then eventually become an educator of my own and help you guys out. So it's funny how the world works. The smallest little actions can sometimes have the biggest trickle down results. So take a second to share that video. You never know who you're going to reach out to. And I'll see you guys next time with another episode of the Trading Blog. All right, traders. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please show us by hitting that like button and subscribing by clicking the button right below. If you're looking for more educational content, feel free to head over to our tradingpower.com website or also take a look and you'll see more videos available for you. Have a good one.